Hi guys, my name is Brittany Clark and I am going to be analyzing 5 advertisements as part of my ePortfolio Part 4 project for Communication 333 Persuasion. I chose 5 different advertisements. They're going to be commercials, print, and magazine articles. And the 5 that I chose are Volvo, Chevy, Juicy Juice, Beware of the Blunders, which is a seatbelt awareness ad or commercial. And the last one is the Old Spice commercial, one of the many Old Spice commercials. The first ad is a Volvo ad. It's print. It's actually a magazine article. And when you first look at the ad, it's dark. And all you really see is one seat. And the gear sticking straight up. It is a Volvo ad, and Volvo is trying to appeal to sex. And under the gear shift, you see, "We're just as excited as you are." And then under that is a rainbow graphic. So Volvo is appealing to humor a little bit, but also to, sex appeal. And the target is the LGBT group. We're just as excited as you are excited, also translating into happy. And Volvo, when I first saw this ad, it really stuck out. Like, it caught my attention because I'm like, what are they trying to imply by this sticking straight up? So happy, excited, definitely appealed to sex and humor. I do think it was a little effective on the sense that it catches your attention because it's dark and it's focusing on this one little object that you're staring at, and you want to know, like, what is it about? And then you see "We're just excited as you are," and it makes you wonder. So definitely that one was effective. The second is a SUV commercial. It's a Chevy commercial titled Maddie, a 2014. And it starts off by a young lady and her dog in what seems like a vet hospital. And it's no words, barely, maybe 5 words in the commercial. But the music is, it's like sad, slow music. And you see this young girl graduating college, and her dog Maddie is there. It's her 21st birthday, and her dog is there. Her 18th birthday, the dog is there. She's learning how to drive, and her dog is there. She goes to kindergarten, and you see Maddie, her dog, with her. And then it shows how when she got Maddie, and she was, loving on Maddie and cuddling on Maddie, and she goes, "Oh, I want this one. I'm gonna call her Maddie." So you kind of see the progression from the end all the way to the beginning. This definitely appeals to emotions, warmth and emotion. It plays into pet lovers and dog lovers. Me being a dog lover myself, it caught my attention. I was like, oh, it made me think of my dogs. Was it effective to make someone maybe go buy the Chevy? I don't think so, but it definitely catches the attention, especially if you're into the warmth and emotion. Those peripheral cues. They deliver messages to tend to people's emotions and to get you involved in the ad, to try to persuade you. The third ad was a Juicy Juice magazine ad, and it shows a little boy with a helmet on a bike with his helmet, and it says, "You checked his helmet, you checked his training wheels, but you didn't check the label on his juice." So this is appealing to, like, guilt, and the target was parents, because you're thinking, oh man, I check what I put in his food, I checked his helmet, I checked his training wheels, but I didn't check the label on his juice. And the juice the ad is there to tell you that Juicy Juice has no high fructose syrup, as opposed to, like Capri Sun. So it is effective because parents do anything for their children, and they want the best and they want the healthiest. So it may say, I'm going to choose, like I said, Juicy Juice over Capri Sun. The fourth ad is a commercial. It's based in the 1980s. It's a UK-based commercial, and they're titled "Beware of the Blunders." A blunder is like a careless mistake or accident. So the commercial I chose is Beware of Mrs. Blunder. So it's showing this lady, she's leaving her house and she forgot her purse. And you can tell her mind's just going. And then she goes to the meat market and she's like, oh, they're closed. And then she like runs over the curb and it shows this guy not wearing a seatbelt. And it's like, you have to beware of the blunders. And it shows Mrs. Blunder like running the red light and crashing into him, and it's telling you to wear your seatbelt. So it was kind of appealed to humor, also appealed to fear of your life, and definitely makes me want to wear a seatbelt. So I would say it was very effective. And the last one I chose was an Old Spice commercial, and it has a guy, and it starts out, he pulls the shower curtain back, and he's like, if you want your man to stop smelling like a girl, then, and he brings in the Old Spice bottle. Definitely appealing to humor. Most of all Old Spice commercials are. And the target audience for this commercial specifically was women. Because he started off by saying, ladies, if you want your man to smell like a manly man like me instead of a girl, then use Old Spice. It also appeals to men because they may say, hey, I want to smell like more like a manly man. And then they'll go buy it. But girls love the smelly stuff. And if she's like, oh my gosh, my man, or a man in her life, it could be her dad or anyone, I want them to smell good. I want them to feel this. So definitely effective because all of these ads that I chose are all about peripheral processing. It's about the appearance. And it's also about the cues you get to recognize the brand. And I would base this theory or this model on the elaboration likelihood model because, and there's two routes for that. There's central and peripheral, but all of these I chose I feel like are peripheral because they are relying on the receiver's emotional involvement to try to persuade them. So all these things that they're appealing to, the guilt, the fear, the humor, the sex, these are what you see. These are ads that we see that get us sucked in. And so I definitely think it's the peripheral route in the ELM. And I also think that these ads use a lot of cues. Appearance is the biggest one because we see the guy in the shower appearance. We see the Volvo gear shift appearance. We're looking at it. We see the little boy on the bike. We're looking at him and his face and the juicy juice. With Maddie, we're looking at the dog and the girl and the bond that they have. And also with the blunders, we're seeing how, if you get flustered up and you're caught up in day to day, you're not thinking and you may cause an accident. So definitely the peripheral route for all of these. And no one was harmed during these commercials. None of the companies, so to speak, were harmed. So that's really good when it comes to advertising. You don't want your brand to go down because of a commercial. You want people to talk about it and word of mouth. Hey, I saw this Volvo ad, or hey, I saw that did you see that Old Spice commercial? I hear that all the time. Did you see that Old Spice commercial? Did you see that Chevy commercial? The goal is to capture an audience. The goal is to get them, to catch them, because you have 30 seconds. TV, I feel like, is these commercials. Magazines are still important, but these commercials grab you. You have 30 seconds to grab you. So you have to use these tactics to try to grab it in the audience. So that is all for my advertisements. I hope you enjoyed and learned something today. Thank you for watching.